Hello everyone, Foul Play here, and back for match 2 of this Modern League. Once again, I did, just for this match and the last one, I didn't record it, so I'm going to be doing a voiceover instead. So, we get into the game here, we lost the die roll, we're going to be on the draw. Here, this hand is a keep. Obviously on the draw, we've got our 1 mana creature, we've got a good suite of auras, good aggressive thing. So opponent plays Sheltered Dune into Aether Vial, which pretty much confirms a Hate Bears deck, possibly mono white, maybe some Stoneforge Mystic stuff to worry about as well. So we draw a Razorverge Thicket, so we play the land that doesn't hurt us. If we drew a fetch land, we'd be playing the fetch land there. So here is the Stoneforge Mystic, and I do believe that it goes ahead and searches up a Batterskull. So yep, there's the Batterskull. So next turn, we draw another Razorverge Thicket. So get to conserve lots of life here. And I'm tossing up whether or not to play out Core Spirit Dancer or to play up some auras and have them protected from like a Skyclave apparition. Looks like I decided to go for the Core Spirit Dancer. It's a very risky line in my opinion, but also I guess I've got a Stoneforge Mystic and a Batterskull to worry about. So that's something to take into consideration here. Opponent played their second Field of Runes, so they only have access to 1 white mana at the moment, which will cause them damage to actually tap for that. So they just pass the turn with 3 mana up, and then for some weird reason, they do decide to attack our land base, I believe, during our draw step. So that doesn't make much sense to me. Surely they'd want to prioritize getting Batterskull into play here, but apparently not. Oh, so they do path the Core Spirit Dancer, yeah. So I guess that's what their reasoning was. They didn't want me to go in on Core Spirit Dancer. I wasn't going to go in on the Core Spirit Dancer, though. I was just going to use it to draw cards. We do draw Rancor off the top, so we have, like, really good auras regardless. So I think I'd just go for a decent amount of damage here. Maybe it's double Hyena Umbra. I missed a land drop. I just missed a land drop. Okay, well that was quite silly. Obviously if I did Ethereal Armor, I would have got an extra 3 damage through. It would have exposed it to a Skyclave apparition maybe. But yeah, that was really bad for me. I can't believe I did that. I think I actually fake the path here. So I play the Temple Garden untapped. And then go Ethereal Armor, Griff Spoon, Hyena Umbra, and attack for a bunch. So I'm faking Path to Exile there, attacking for 11. Obviously, my opponent's got the Skyclave apparition. They can do it instant speed with the Aether Vial. They can remove 1 aura. It does not have flying, so either they'd have to attack flying, or we're going to just be trampling a lot of damage over the top. They might just attack the Ether value, the Ethereal Armor, just to slow down our clock a little bit. So I think they hit the Ethereal Armor here for a turn, which is not the worst thing ever. I mean, obviously they can't chump block it here. That does remove probably the most damage. So like we're only going to deal 6 here, put them to 9. So they can deal with Aether Vial again. With Ethereal Armor again next turn. Maybe chump block. I mean, they're still a ways away from winning this game, right? Restoration Angel. Oh, that's right. Okay, so they go for the Restoration Angel here, hardcast. Flickerwisp gets triggered again. So it removes another aura, and I think they go for the Rancor here, which would make the most sense. Yeah, they do. Alright, so here I actually prioritize removing the Restoration Angel, and I do lose a Hyena Umbra to the Flickerwisp. Either way, I was going to lose a Hyena Umbra. Restoration Angel is obviously more toughness. Oh, okay, no, I prioritize the Flickerwisp, pardon me. Yes, I'm playing around Eldrazi Displacer there. Okay. Okay. I thought I prioritized it the other way. Oh well. My opponent's still with Batterskull in hand as well, that they haven't found any real moment to do. And we get both our Ethereal Armor and our Rancor, so that's really nice. So next turn we get to attack for a lot. Again, we are representing Path to Exile here at the moment. From that Temple Garden play. Should realistically have at least one more point of damage on my opponent if I didn't mess up. So we do draw the Daybreak Coronet and just jam it down. And I'm pretty sure that's enough to win, just like 2 attacks like this. Opponent with the Vial activation. With Archon Emira. Yep, well, that's not going to do enough there, right? So we get a concession from our opponent. Alright. So moving on to sideboarding. Obviously, Hushbringer is really good against this deck. We also like our Path to Exiles. And the cards we don't really like are our Leyline of Sanctities and our Core Spirit Dancers, essentially. We also want some sort of artifact disruption for the Aether Vials, for the Batterskull, sort of Fire and Ice, sort of Feast and Famine, all of that. So I can cut down on Core Spirit Dancers. It looks like I do remove all 4. You could maybe leave 1 or 2 copies in, but they're just going to be a draw engine. They're not going to be a creature that you can reliably go in on. So we have a hand here with 4 mana, a Path, a Grifspoon. Doesn't look very good to me. I hope I mull this. Oh, wait a minute. No, okay. So I make the decision that if my opponent's on Leoton Arbiter and Land Disruption, that this hand would be quite good. And that at least I've got evasiveness. I don't know. This is pretty loose. This is like real loose keep in my opinion. Obviously, there's a lot that can go wrong. And about all that we've got working for us is a single Path to Exile. So opponent did mulligan to 6. Would be like the only saving grace here. We do draw a Horizon Canopy. So very land heavy hand here. Alright, they play Thalia. And well, joke's on them because we're not playing much anyway. So another Razorverge Thicket out there. And we get to attack for 2 with our Grifspoon. Thalia's not really going to slow us down much here, because we're not doing much, really. They do play a creature. They play it at sorcery speed, though, and it doesn't do very much. Oh, it's Relic Warden? Yeah, that's right. So, obviously, Leonin Relic Warden comes back into play. It's not a cast effect. Okay. I thought it was a cast effect in that, like, the Archon creature would stop us from casting it, but it's not quite the case. That has nice synergy with, like, Spell Queller, for example. Alright, so we do just play land into Scout, and then we path the Leonin Relic Warden. We go ahead and put our Grifspoon down on our Slippery Bogle, and we just attack for another 2 points. For some reason, they didn't attack with Thalia. I mean, I suppose, but they're not pressuring us at all. Like, this is their turn 5 here, and they haven't dealt a single point of damage to us. Like, surely they've got to apply some sort of pressure back. So, Sword of Fire and Ice costing them 4 mana because of Thalia. We do draw the Hyena Umbra. And I think I'd choose to cycle the Horizon Canopy first before casting. Okay, never mind. I was just happy resolving Hyena Umbra there. If I do put it down on the Gladecover Scout, I could trade Hyena Umbra for Thalia. That's not the best. So it looked like I just Hyena Umbra, attack for 3, and I'm looking to cycle the Horizon Canopy in end step. My opponent has dropped the Sword of Fire and Ice, which gives protection from blue and red. They're attacking us, So I make the decision to chump block the Thalia here to stop them from getting that extra card draw, because they're very land flooded at the moment and they're not really playing that many creatures, right? So yeah, definitely like chump blocking there, preventing the card draw can be very helpful. They play a sorcery speed Flicker Wisp, and you know, I'm feeling pretty good about that because they just remove that card and then it obviously just comes back into play in end step. I think I'm very fortunate here, and I draw like the Seal of Primordium as well, which is obviously very nice for dealing with that Sword of Fire and Ice. They get like no value out of it. We draw the Griftspoon too, so I'm gonna do both things. So I think I just attack, expecting the chump block. I mean, I don't. Oh, that's right, because this is going to cost us 5 mana to play everything. So just play the Seal of Primordium for 3. Never mind. Never mind. So wait until my opponent's attack step and then destroy the sword. Plenty of pressure on them. They're only on 9 now, because we've been attacking them for small amounts every turn. And, you know, they've attacked us once. This is their second time attacking us, so... No blocks from us, destroy the sword, no card draw for our opponent. They've got 2 land destruction effects, but like that's not really going to stop us at this point. They want to be doing something else. They play Sunbaked Canyon and then sack it to draw a card. And you can just tell how land flooded they are. They had like, I think their hand was literally like Thalia, Sword of Fire and Ice, and the card that exiles enchantments. Like, we're like very fortunate that they did not apply any pressure here. So we cycle Horizon Canopy, looking for potentially a different aura to Griftspoon. We draw the Path to Exile. Play Scout. Nope. Alright, we just decide to attack. So I guess my plan here is to play Gladecover Scout, hold up Path to Exile. I can always Griftspoon next turn as well. I mean, I am potentially playing into a Thought-Knots here as well by not emptying this Griftspoon out of hand. It's something to keep in mind. Opponent destroying all our lands here. So I guess if I had played out the Griftspoon, preempting the land destruction, I'd be up 2 mana this turn. And I potentially would have got 1 extra point of damage through, putting my opponent down to 5 instead of 4. And then our attack would be lethal in the following turn. So I think that's a little bit of a small misplay by me. I think I should be dropping the Griftspoon. I think my plan is to put it on Scout next turn and Path the Flicker Wisp here. So I guess it semi-makes sense why I did what I did. But definitely with that land disruption, like I could have second mained this Griftspoon on the Scout, and then been up 2 mana for next turn. So, yeah, definitely a misplay from me. Obviously, no Skyclave Apparition from my opponent, which definitely helps us. And they just concede before we can Griftspoon and attack. We're obviously 1 damage off killing them as well. And we got like very lucky to win that second game. To an extent, we got lucky to win the first game as well. I think second game, I definitely should have mulliganed that hand. It was very much a loose keep. But yep, we got there. We're 1-1 in the league, and we're looking to move on to round 3, or match 3. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below if you did via likes or comments. If you're new, be sure to subscribe for daily Boggle content, and ring that bell for notifications every time a new video goes live. Thank you all once more. See you next time.